So, I keep having a conversation with this one guy on my social media. You can follow me on social media if you go to the About section of my YouTube. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on one or all of those sites. And his favorite talking point is Andrew Yang attracts a certain type of people. So he's not he's not judging Andrew Yang on his policies. He's judging Andrew Yang on the type of people potentially who are in his base. Ooh. As most of us know, Andrew Yang has a pretty eclectic mix of progressives, liberals, right-wingers, Trump supporters, libertarians, and independents. And I say, that's great. And I also say, who cares? There's going to be unsavory people wherever you go, in any circle, in any clique, in any group. But that does not mean there's some sort of indictment on the character of Andrew Yang. If you want to use this context for people in your community, like there's an unsavory person who is just objectively bad, and you hang out with him, you go to the bar with him, you meet up with him for coffee, and he's an objectively bad person, and if you associate with him, okay, you might be akin to that person. But I just don't think that translates to politics. Politics is far too complicated, and there's just so much territory to cover, and it doesn't really apply the same way. But I'm trying to understand this person's logic, like what they're trying to reason with here. And I fervently disagree with it. And then to go deeper here, it's a good sign if a candidate is drawing more than one type of person, whether it's a Republican, Democrat, an independent, a progressive, whatever. That actually says a lot more than someone who is, let's say, a Republican who just draws in conservatives. So I take it as a huge compliment, even though some of those people might not be savory people you want to associate with, or whatever. But in politics, support is support. You need people, you need equity, you need a legion of people. And Andrew Yang has come out so many times in condemning the unsavory people embedded within his base. The right-wing trolls, in these people like just posting racial memes, sexist memes, homophobic memes, and doing it with Andrew Yang as the font, and it's ridiculous. And I don't know how many times Andrew Yang has come out and condemned, saying he doesn't want these people's support. Okay? And rightfully so. No one does. But using it as a justification to completely ignore the policy substance because there might be a few unsavory associations with Andrew Yang or any other candidate, doesn't mean you just disregard Andrew Yang or any candidate. We're using Andrew Yang here. This can be applied for any situation. Take a look at his policies. Judge the man on his substance. Judge the man on what his policies have to say, not by who is a potential supporter of him. It's just a ridiculous false equivalency. And he keeps coming at me with it. I think this is like the third time he's brought this up, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. People double down, triple down on fallacious arguments all the time. But I just think it's ridiculous to apply that logic to maybe someone in your community who's a bad person. And if you hang out with that person, you might be a bad person. You may not be a good judge of character and whatnot. But it's not applying here to the political sphere. It's just too complicated to really put something so simple on something so complex like politics is. It just doesn't work. if you judge any candidate, no matter who it is, don't judge it by their supporters, judge it by their policies. That's all you have to remember in politics, man. I don't know. What do you guys think here? Am I on the right track? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and I will meet you down there.